Good morning, boomers. The voice of the blockchain here, Satoshi's big cousin, crypto's finest champagne. Happy Monday to all my pumpers out there, my crypto pumpers, my crypto boomers. Athlete is here in the box via D Live. We got Rafterman here in the box via YouTube. Johnson's here. Everybody's tuning in to this live broadcast. We are preheating the crypto ovens to hopefully 12K and beyond. We're not quite there, but the oven's definitely on 11K right now, boomers, and looking good. Today we'll be talking about silver, okay? And the altcoins are catching a bid. They're on the rise right now, moving good. I want to talk about that. And Warren Buffett, there's some speculation that he might purchase Bitcoin after purchasing gold. He got out of the game and bought some gold. Apparently, we're going to be talking about Buffett and more. Shout out to Johnson. Shout out to Athlete. Shout out to Lady Plants and the rest of our crypto maniacs out there. Again, we're talking about altcoins and silver. Today they're moving. They're moving. And then we got Buffett perhaps maybe buying Bitcoin. That'll be big if he did buy Bitcoin. Now, we do know he bought gold, and we're going to talk about that in just a moment. Drop a comment, a like, a subscribe, a post notification bell, a ding ding. Hopefully everybody had an excellent weekend. Enjoying the rest of the summer out here, guys. Make sure you're getting that vitamin D. Let me go ahead and share my screen. We're going to run down. Well, actually, you know what? Let me pull up the Bitcoin charts too. I'm going to pull up CoinGecko as well, guys. I'm going to tell you, shout out to Christozilla. He reminded me of CoinGecko. Obviously, we know about CoinGecko. We've used it a few times, but ever since I've been using it most recently, I find it better than CoinMarketCap. And it has that DeFi list. I'm going to pull it up in just a second. And you know what? I think I'm going to start using CoinGecko instead of CoinMarketCap. Now that you see CoinMarketCap, they're trying to do something similar to Coinbase Earn, where you could watch videos and earn crypto. I found that kind of interesting too. Boom, Bitcoin just broke 12,000, guys. Bitcoin just broke 12,000 right now, live. 1239 on the bits, moving fast. Buffett buying Bitcoin. What if Bitcoin crashes? He will criticize it again. He missed all the dips. Let's see. We're going to talk about that. Some are speculating that he might buy it. I'll pull up the article. He hasn't bought, but he did buy gold. So let's talk about that in just a moment. The old man's tripping. He's dumping the bank stock. It said BOA. We see you, Buffett. Let's see. Some people are like, his next move, he's just going to buy the bits. And I don't know. Let's see. We're going to pull up that article and see what they have to say about it. Lady Plants is here. Johnson's here with his new red Lamborghini and more. 12-1. Look at this thing is moving right now. 12-139. This thing is on the up and up. I mean, we were literally at 11-8, 11-9 when I started the broadcast just like 5 minutes ago. Less than 5 minutes ago. Boom. Let me drop a bomb. The champ's online and this thing starts moving. The boomers are online and this thing starts moving. Boom, boom, boom. 12-2 almost. There you go. All right. Let me pull up. Let's pull up the math over here on CoinGecko and see how things are shaking and baking. We got silver moving today. Okay. And I'm extremely happy about this silver movement. Where's the silver price? The silver price currently is up 5% at $27 yesterday, okay? Midday or more towards the evening, I was like, you know what? I got another one of those SD Bullion ads via the Brave browser, and I started poking around again. I was like, you know what? I noticed that silver dipped a lot last week, and, I would expect it to go back up, so I ended up buying some silver eagles online yesterday. And lo and behold, this morning I see it's up 5%, so I'm glad about I did that. I got a couple silver coins, and they're good gifts as well. If you want to give someone a coin, it's a nice gift. So I placed that order, I locked in, and I'm up 5% there. So the champ stacked some medals. It's not wild, like $100 or two that I order. So every once in a while, I'll buy a couple coins and just throw them in the stash. Why not? let's go ahead and run down these prices here with the altcoins, because many of them are moving today, and you can see that the Bitcoin dominance has decreased. So right now, altcoin mania is starting to pick up, and specifically DeFi mania. How about the DeFi gains, guys? Wow. We'll run down that list in just a moment. It's a boomer. Bitcoin's up slightly, 11.9 it says here, but I was looking over here on TradingView, and it was at 12,000. So what's going on? Is this running behind? I was just praising CoinGecko, and it's not reflecting the same price. What's this? Pull this full feature chart up on you guys. TradingView is saying on Coinbase it's trading at 12.1. 12.1 right now on Coinbase. Let me go back to CoinGecko. Hit refresh. $11.9. I guess it's an average of the other exchanges. Right now, it's moving more on Coinbase. We got Ether there at 427. Ripple's starting to move at 31 cents. Tether at obviously at $1. But how about Chainlink? I mean, wow. $19 for Chainlink, a coin that we first identified at 30 cents. At 30 cents. Imagine I just would have thrown the whole bag at Chainlink and just, relaxed for the past couple of years. It would have been a gainer like no other. But hey, you can't, shoulda, coulda, woulda. At least we were able to get something out of Chainlink on the rise from 30 cents to about $3. It was almost a 10x, so I can't be upset about it. But this thing keeps moving, and Chainlink, the Oracle right now, it seems like this is the top DeFi coin. Bitcoin Cash at 313. Cardano also looking good there at 14 cents. Litecoin slipping in the rankings, $64. Satoshi Vision. Let's get this coin out of the top 10. This thing has no business anywhere here. See, I can't believe that it's stuck around this long. So see you later, SV. I don't know anybody that's using it, and there's still probably a few cadets out there that think this guy, what's his name? I even forgot the guy's name. The guy behind it that claims he's Satoshi. I don't even want to repeat it, but it's a joke. And at this point, there's way more things to pay attention to than SB. EOS, all right. EOS trying to come into the top 10 again. EOS there at 383. Binance slipping out of the top 10 at $23. Crypto.com at 16 cents. Tezos 418. Stellar 11 cents. Tron at 2 cents. I heard that CoinGecko has more correct data than CMC. I don't know. I just like the layout, and I had trouble the other day with CMC with the load up or whatnot. So I'm gonna do CoinGecko for now. You can see CoinGecko's updating. It's at 12, while Coinbase is dumping right now at 11. So I mean, it's about right. There's a lot of volatility right now. Things are moving quickly this morning. And boom, let's look at these DeFi rankings. And then we'll pull up that Warren Buffett, that article that talks about Warren Buffett speculating whether he might be buying Bitcoin. We know he bought the gold. Okay, Chainlink is the top gainer. So here's the top 100 DeFi coins by market cap. And I like this on CoinGecko's end because as compared to DeFi Pulse seems to only list Ether coins. This has other coins in addition to Ether. It does consider DeFi a little bit different. Like DeFi Pulse doesn't consider Chainlink a DeFi coin, but it kind of is because it's providing the data for the DeFi coin. So it's in that bag in that industry, but it's not it's not a token platform for you to borrow and lend from, like something like Aave or Syntex or Maker or Compound. But you get it. So let's go ahead and run down the math. Chainlink is the gainer. Syntex, I'm glad we got into this. Remember, we almost didn't get into this one. SNX is moving up 54% in the past 7 days. Aave, Lend, Maker, Compound. Listen, we got all these tokens in our bag except Maker and Chainlink at this moment. UMA has been moving a lot. This is not an Ether token. This is another, I don't know if it's an Ether token, but I haven't seen it traded on Binance. Ren is one that I've been looking at. It's moved a lot. Kyber we have in our bag. It's doing great. Band Protocol. This one here is supported by Binance and another outfit. And it's similar to Chainlink. This is an oracle as well. So don't sleep on Band, okay, because this is another oracle. So it's kind of an alternative to Chainlink. This one's backed by Binance. And, Binance did well. And although Binance has elements of centrality to it, I would argue that it's not bad. I mean, they made good when they got hacked. So I would keep my eyes on Band. Numeraire has moved a lot. I don't know much about this one. It's up 180%. Loop Ring doing good. And then Yearn. I picked this one up personally last week. I let you guys know about that, and it moved a lot. So you could run down this list. Kava's Kava's actually falling in the rankings. We have this in our bag. I'll pull up the DeFi portfolio in just a moment. Damn, man, Link has blown from around $4. From around $4, Johnson, we got into it, on this side at 30 cents. And when it hit 3, I was like, all right, it's enough gains. And I pulled out. I was like, I don't know how much more this thing's going to go up is what I was telling myself. Because, we got in so early. But, wow. It's the coulda, shoulda, woulda thing, guys. Don't let the coulda, woulda stop you from making plays and pulling profits and doing those things, because shoulda, coulda, woulda, you could say that about any coin. I mean, it could have gone down too. Hit like, subscribe, and share if you get value from the top boomer on the tube. Thank you so much, Rafterman. I appreciate it. Furious Cabbage says the stonks continue to melt up this morning. We'll see. I would expect them to go back up. The overall trajectory for the stocks are all the way up. Let's go ahead and talk about Buffett here. What do they say about Buffett? There it is. Buffett bought gold, will buy Bitcoin. Morgan Creek Digital co-founder. So you can see that. I'm going to link this here in the chat box so you could read it. Morgan Creek's digital co-founder believes that while Buffett himself is unlikely to buy Bitcoin, younger people working at his investment firm will. Co-founder and partner at hedge fund Morgan Creek Digital, Jason Williams, predicted that the famous investor and business tycoon Warren Buffett will buy Bitcoin. So he's saying he will. In a tweet sent on the 15th of August, Williams pointed out some of the most recent investment decisions of the American billionaire and predicted that he will end up buying Bitcoin. Jason Williams says here on a tweet, Buffett sold banks and bought gold. He will buy Bitcoin soon. Williams was referring to the most recent changes to the portfolio of Berkshire Hathaway, where Buffett is the chairman and CEO. Fortune reported on August 14th that the firm sold bank stocks alongside airline stocks and bought Barrick Gold, a Canada-based mining company whose stock price is correlated with that of gold. I'm not going to read it in its entirety, but this guy's saying he's buying gold. He's about to buy Bitcoin next. It's the younger managers and analysts that push the gold trade and the BTC trade. He won't even know when it happens, says this gentleman. So, I'll tell you this. Bitcoin keeps performing how it's performing. You're going to be surprised at the characters who get into the space. Okay? I mean, Bitcoin ain't what it was 5 years ago, guys. Okay? I mean, these people are already considering it, and I wouldn't be surprised. Buffett knows about stock. He's confused what money is doing as it's acting strange. Yeah, he's confused. And as many people are, money is acting strange. And, he was probably, waiting to buy the dip. Okay, Buffett's probably waiting to buy the dip because he sees the climate of the economy we have in the economy. And here comes the Fed. The Fed bought the dip before he could. So this guy is probably kicking himself in the ass. Right now the Fed is not letting anything drop. So the Fed is literally buying the dip. He can't get in there. And, he's probably like, what do I do with my money? Let's go with the old tried and true, the traditional method here is gold. Is what I would assume. Right now no one knows what's happening. And everybody's kind of freaked out. I mean, I'm with them. I'm not holding any airline stocks. I don't want to. I'm sure someone's going to profit off that, and airline stocks could go back up, or whatever. I'm not interested in that. Is there any stocks you could buy that sells tents? I'm not sure. You may want to look at the tent manufacturers. I don't know, like hunting and outdoors. The first thing that comes to mind is Vista Outdoors. They're like a camping, but they sell a lot of firearms as well. Vista usually goes up with the firearms and like the hunting, the outdoors thing. So I don't think they're just like a stock for just tents, but I would say something like an outdoor. You may want to look at Vista Outdoor. But yeah, how about that, guys? I would say that old Buffett here, I wouldn't be surprised if Berkshire ends up buying some gold some Bitcoin at some point. I mean, we already saw that last week. What was it? The name of the company that just bought 21,000 Bitcoins because they don't want to sit on cash? Was it Galaxy? Not Galaxy. We covered it last week. So there's a major company, instead of holding cash, they decided to just buy Bitcoin. It was kind of a joke, says Tony. All right, yeah, it's hard to discern jokes or not here, Tony, when I'm just reading off the comments. Coleman, Bass Pro. Yeah, I don't know if those. Yeah, it was kind of a joke, he says. But Vista Outdoors would be something that I would look into, but it's mostly firearms, I believe. Let's go ahead and run down the headlines. Democratic press Postal Service leader to testify. There's something going on with the Postal Service. I'm hearing conflicting reports, but I'll tell you this. The Postal Service has always been a mission, at least to me. And I do a lot of flipping online and whatnot. It's like, every time we go out there, it's a freaking problem. But now, at the same time, their rates are way, way lower than FedEx and UPS. So we can get into that, but I haven't done enough research to figure out what exactly is going on. I understand what the headlines say is going on, but you got to look into things deeper before you really never believe just the headline. The headline is Trump's trying to destroy the United Postal Service because of the election, and that's the main headline story. Then I need to look deeper into it to figure out what really is going on. Goldman Sachs just lifted its S&P 500 price target. Here's why, and I've said this I don't know how many times. We can expect the S&P to hit all-time highs sooner than later, guys. And here we go. Goldman Sachs seems to be agreeing. Yahoo Finance is reporting. About the same thing. See if there's anything really jumping at us. Yeah, the election's going to be a shit show, for lack of a better description. We may not even have one, guys. All right, nothing too sexy on these markets. Let's see if there's any possible opportunities. I don't have a play this week on my credit spreads via the options. Every week I try to have a spread on at least one or two companies, but I haven't been able to fill any orders. So let's see if there's any dips that I may be interested in buying. I'm talking about traditional stocks here. eBay's looking all right. Microsoft. Check out eBay. eBay kind of took a hit, I think, now with a lot of the flippers and people that sell on eBay are running into some problems now with this U.S. Postal Service thing. Especially if you sell small, light objects, things that, cost, $5 or less to mail. Like people selling like magic cards and little things like that. They're getting impacted by this. Having a great week to start. Thank you so much, Rafterman. He just dropped me $2. Thank you so much, Rafterman. $2 from Rafterman. If you're getting value from the stream, drop a couple ducats in the bucket or share this on your feed. Thank you so much, Rafterman. I appreciate you. $2 from Rafterman. Let me check out Rafterman. $2 from Rafterman. If you're getting value from the stream, let me mute myself here on DLive. Shout out to Cabbage, just donated me 2 lemons. Thank you so much. And in just a moment, I'll do a lemon distribution over there on D Live. Let me add 50 to the box, to the treasure chest. Kaboom. So let's look at the technicals on eBay. Because again, I need to find me a play. Every week I try to do a little play, guys, a little credit spread. So it's like, every week we're making something fiat-wise. Looking good on eBay. I had eBay and NVIDIA plays last week that both hit. So, I may go with that. NVIDIA has, or NVIDIA, or, every time I say it differently. But you know which one I'm talking about. NVIDIA has treated me well. But it seems like, it's up today 4% at 484. What a gainer. Although, the technicals still read by. I'd probably be interested in getting into a play where the underlying asset is not moving so positively green. So, something like eBay right now would probably be a little more attractive. Mike says, have a look at EOS USD. That's a gem. I don't really think so, Mike. I dumped EOS and I got into Ether, and I feel better about that. So, EOS. I'll tell you one thing, though. I noticed this morning with EOS, it's approaching the top 10 again, which is a good thing. NVIDIA is incredible. The new 3090 graphics card looks amazing, too. Yeah, I don't know much about the new graphics card, but they've been moving very well, and it's treated me well. I've done several plays with NVIDIA. Now, you guys have been following me. I'm not really holding these stocks, so I'm doing credit spreads. So I'm getting credits for putting up collateral, and then the underlying asset just needs to stay above a certain price by the expiration date, and I'm in the money. Which is, it's good. There is a limit to what you can make there. It's not like you can 10, 20x, even if things moved quickly, but it's a steady gainer. And it's a strategy I've been following for months now. I got bags of EOS. It's moving. Yeah, everything's up. Everything's up. Derek says melt up before a huge collapse. Derek, you've been waiting for the huge collapse, and it happened in March. The huge collapse happened in March. People out there still waiting on a collapse. And there's big dogs out there waiting on a collapse too. And listen, it may happen or may not, but I'll tell you this, the money and the free funny money is still coming in. And I'm riding these waves. That's why I'm doing spread options. I'm trading lightly. I'm not, holding these things. But no, I don't think we're going to see any crash right now. No. Not in the short term. At least not in the short term. Eventually, it'll do good until they pull the plug. And that, what they're going to do? They're going to introduce the Fed coin. We talked about it last week. I even showed the articles. The Fed's already talking about it. The ETH fees are killer. Yeah, they are. The ETH fees are not treating people well. But, here's the thing with the ETH fees and all these, things. When it comes to the ETH coins and stuff, I'm just flipping them, speculating, I'm not trying to hold it and do the whole contract and the whole thing. Sometimes when you get too into it, you don't have enough time to get out and sell it. I don't consider that a collapse, more like a little baby flash. What you're talking about is a complete, you're talking about Armageddon, Derek. And at that point, you're not going to be able to get anything. If you're talking about that collapse, you're talking about everything's done with, everything's done with. And I'll tell you this much. While that collapse might be inevitable and ultimately what needs to happen if we're going to proceed forward with a more honest system, I don't think most people are ready for that. And to think that, you'll be able to survive it and be able to pick up real estate or something. If the whole thing goes kaplooey, guys, it's all done with. only the biggest dogs will probably survive. I'm saying at least a 2008 crash down, 50% down minimum. Nah, I don't see it happening because of the Fed, Derek. The Fed has more power than it did before. You got to understand, the problem is bigger than 2008, but yet they're mitigating it. You see what I'm saying? Like, it should be crashing more than 2008 because we could agree here. The actual problem, we have a global lockdown. This doesn't happen in 2008, yet it crashed more in 2008 than it is now. And why is it? Because the bank has more control now. So the game is even more rigged right now. And people are like, no, I'm waiting for it to all crumble. I mean, I don't see it. I put it this way, Derek, you got to ask yourself this. Is the bank stronger today or in March? Has the bank become weaker or stronger? And I'm talking about the Fed and the central bank system that run the world. You got to ask yourself that, guys. Have they gotten weaker or stronger? And that's an obvious answer. Some people don't really, they don't see that. But, do you see anything good coming from the Fed coin? Maybe it'll be easier to pay taxes because they'll just have your number right there. You don't have to fill up all these paperwork or whatnot. Derek says the banks are weaker. See, that to me doesn't make any sense. See, banks, they get stronger by issuing debt. What does a bank sell? They sell debt. Okay, the more people that owe the bank, the stronger they are. Think about it. If you're a bank, what do you want to do? You want to issue as many loans as possible. You want everybody owing you. Okay? So they've been able to issue more loans than they have before on money they don't even have. So more people owe them today than they did in March. So you tell me. I think people are losing faith in fiat. There you go. I mean, if that's true, then what's the alternative? It should be maybe Bitcoin or hard assets like precious metals. Money's acting weird, so true. Thanks for cutting through the noise, champ. Yeah, it is. Shout out to No Fiat. It's been a while since you've been in the box. They own all the housing and everything in the world. Yeah, just that's the question I ask everybody. Derek seems to disagree. I just ask everybody, think of the banks. Are the banks stronger or weaker? The bank is stronger, guys. To think that the bank is weaker is pretty ignorant. That's true, but Buffett's selling bank stocks for gold stocks. That's why. I mean, if you think Buffett is the only guy that Buffett has missed the dips. Buffett didn't even buy Amazon. Buffett didn't buy Bitcoin. To use Buffett as an example of what's going to happen is, I don't know. It's not a good comparable. The upsides I see are no more counterfeiting, no more alchemy, fools, gold and silver, no more super dollars inflating the whole thing outside of this country. See, that last part is wrong. Now, as far as like super dollars and inflation, yeah, it just gives all the power to whoever runs the digital Fed coin. They could add or subtract coins anytime, so no, the inflation is probably going to be easier. Because now they could just do it with, they can even take coins out of people's wallet. Like they got complete control of the system. Government bail out banks, they are the power. No, the banks bail out the government. Okay. You got it wrong there, Mike. The banks are the one. Listen, literally, the Fed is buying municipal bonds. There's municipalities that are going bankrupt and the Fed needs to buy bonds. They own literally. So whatever you said, it's the opposite. It's not that the government bails out the bank. Yeah, on paper, but literally it's the banks bailing out the government. Again, guys, I mean, I'm not I'm not happy about this. I'm not happy about this, but you got to call it for what it is, guys. For people think that the bank's getting weaker and that we're going to have some sort of major collapse where a little guy like Derek can come and just get rich overnight. Come on, guys. Banks are completely insolvent and the repo crisis is still there. A reset will come sooner than you think. The banks have been insolvent since the 70s. They don't have anything to support them. It's a fractional reserve. Like, they're able to loan on things they don't have. So whether they're solvent or not it doesn't matter. Okay, what matters is if people keep using the USD, and when shit hit the fan in March, everybody freaked out and got USD. Okay, so there you go. And again, in a normal situation, guys, the banks should be allowed to go bust, but that's not the case. If you're holding physical silver, you guys think you should trade for gold or trade for USD. In my opinion, I think silver has got more room to grow than gold, USD. Maybe not cryptos, but I can see silver putting on more weight in the short term than both gold and USD. That's my personal opinion. I'm not anybody's crypto daddy. They don't have liquidity at all. They are 100% Fed reliant. Exactly, Furious. 100% reliant on the Fed. So who's in control? The Fed. You said it yourself. The Fed, they're 100% in control. Okay, Champ, but would you say the world has more or less faith in in USD? It has less faith in the USD, but they owe more. So, like, you know, the debt is greater than the loss in faith. The debt has risen faster than the loss in faith has. Fed will reset it again sooner than people think. Yeah, and it's going to be the Fed coin, guys, and it's going to be to their advantage. Guys, you got to understand, you think they're just going to let it all crash, and then the rich people, what do you think the rich people are going to do? Let the little guys just take over because, what, they want to go back to the gold standard? And everybody's going to hold hands and be kumbaya? Central banks across the world can't continue like this much longer. You'll be surprised, Cabbage. You'll be surprised. I mean, I would have told you last year that they could lock down the entire globe and throw a mask muzzle on everybody. People would have laughed on me. At the end of the day, they're in control, guys. The banks, the central bank's balance sheet has grown. They have more people that owe them now more than ever. Okay, remember, the person that is in debt is the slave. I think the loss of faith has a greater impact because the world trades in the petrodollar. Yeah. I mean, now you see Russia and China trying to do their own standard as well. Fed sets reserve rate for member banks, and one of the first things they did during COVID is drop the already low rate even further. Let's just be wary of anyone talking about negative rates. It's just free money, guys. It's free money, literally. They're just throwing it out there. Shout out to Gold. Shout out to Lady Plant, Slice Keeper Derek, and the rest of the boomers. Let me check over here on D Live. We got 8 people on D Live. I'm going to do a lemon distribution. Make sure that you're following me over there. You click the buttons, you touch them up. Lemon, Ice Cream, Diamond, Ninja Guinea, Ninja Jet. They've been dropped over there on D Live. And I encourage you to use something alternative to YouTube. You don't want to give YouTube all the sauce, guys. You don't want to give them all the sauce. It's like YouTube, they're shadow banning people and they're acting up. So it's not about D Live, but it is about an alternative to YouTube. And this is a blockchain-friendly live stream platform. And I'm going to go ahead and pass out some lemons. So let's do it. Hit claim rewards on your end. If you don't get that pop-up, it's because you have pop-up blocked on your browser. So let's make it happen. $30 seconds. Ronnie Rodriguez is the lucky winner today. He got 25 lemons. Athlete got 15, and Furious Cabbage got 11. We pass out lemons. Ooh, let me turn off that beat. We pass out lemons every single day here, weekdays, and these lemons are worth like a penny. So it's more about the fun than anything. Furious Cabbage just threw me an ice cream. Thank you so much, Cabbage. I appreciate it. So how about NVIDIA or NVIDIA? I say it all different ways, but you guys know what I'm talking about. 483. This thing is booming. I got to find me a play today, guys. Maybe it'll be eBay. You know, usually it's NVIDIA, but they're up 4%. So I don't like buying things when they're so green. Microsoft is trading sideways. Facebook is basically sideways. Where was eBay? eBay's slightly in the green, but the technicals are still looking good. Maybe I'll take a stab at eBay. I'll keep you guys informed. Gold Fuchsia says, God bless you, all thinkers. God bless you as well. Furious Cabbage says, I'll pay it forward. Thank you so much. Thank you to Ronnie as well. Everyone's FOMOing into tech stocks. It's just like crypto in 2016. The tech stocks have performed, though. Okay, and something like NVIDIA, it's got value. Not all of them, though. There's some of these tech stocks are a little funny bunny, but there's value in this tech. You know, it's a technological world. That's where things are headed. You know, both finance wise and other sectors as well. But you know, I've been bullish on tech, and it's been the right move. Now, as far as FOMOing, I wouldn't call it FOMO. I would say people are FOMOing to DeFi, though. I'll take a few more comments and questions before I land this plane. We hit the beats. It looks like gold was bought by Buffett. Now they're saying he might buy Bitcoin. It's a possibility. If he does, it will be positive for the bits. I'll tell you that much. And let's run down these DeFi. Oh, actually, you know what? Let me pull up my DeFi portfolio because this thing has been ripping, guys. This thing has been doing good. Look at that. 15,752. We should almost be at 16,000. We're up almost 5,000 in like a month or two. This is a DeFi coin portfolio. The coins that we have in this portfolio are only decentralized finance coins. We started this portfolio at 9150 when Bitcoin was 9150 in an attempt to outperform Bitcoin, which it seems like we are. Let me go ahead and show you guys what we got in this bag. We have Kava, Aave, Bancor, Compound, Synthex, Kyber, and Flexicoin. I've expressed my intent to pick up maybe Ren, Loopring, but there it is, guys. Wanted more Chainlink and Digibyte, but they won't stop their rise. Yeah, I would have, maybe bought a Chainlink dip there, but I remember even when it was $15 like last week, and I was like, damn, this thing has gone up so much. I'm not going to buy it now. And then it's $19 today. So, I know they say don't buy the green, but sometimes it keeps going, So that's what it is, guys. I'll take a few more comments and questions, and I'm out of here, guys. But yeah, check out the DeFi list over here on CoinGecko. I've been using CoinGecko more often. And outside of that portfolio, because I haven't had time to trade on that portfolio, the one I just showed you, I added on my end Band Protocol and Yearn Finance, and that's done all right. And again, Band I'm attracted to because it's similar to Chainlink. It's another Oracle, and this one's backed by Binance, and I don't see any other direct competitors to Chainlink as far as like an Oracle. So, I'm going to give that, I want to stab that banned protocol. BTC tops 12. Yeah, BTC doing good. The top 12 during the broadcast. Where is it at now? Yeah, 12,125. Yeah, it's looking good. Kaboom. $12,145. Excellent. All right, guys, if there's no other comments or questions, I'm going to be out of here. The epic meltdown continues. Let me see. Where are we at here? I'm not sure. What meltdown are you talking about? The S&P's in the green. The NASDAQ's in the green. I don't know what meltdown you're talking about. Are you talking about a specific coin? How about Tesla? $1,700 for Tesla. Tesla, the melt up. Oh, I thought you meant melt down. Okay. Zoom is up and Nvidia is up. Yeah, these things are a little bit too hot for me right now. PayPal's doing all right. And listen, guys, I get it. For those who are like, when is these things going to crash? Because, if you have a sound mind and you want to look at economics reasonably, then this market is twisted, it's fake, it's phony, it's fugazi. And then you got people like Derek asking, like, this thing should go down. And you're right, Derek, it doesn't work. It doesn't make any sense. But I think what a lot of people don't understand is how deeply manipulated this thing is. And, there is no market. Okay. There is no free market, and there probably never was. Now, it's less free now than it was before, but I argue that, while people are saying capitalism is the problem, free markets are the problem, guys, we don't have free markets, okay? Because if we did, the banks would have crashed, the companies would have crashed, there would not be a company too big to fail in a free market system. So anybody out there, these commies, these Marxists out there trying to tell you that capitalism is the problem, guys, we don't have capitalism, okay? And we have some sort of knockoff is what it is at best. But it's twisted. I mean, if it was truly a free market, and if it was truly how things should be, then these companies should be allowed to fail. That's just what it is. Can you support me to buy a computer? Kick this guy out of the box. Whoever this Muhumi, whatever it is on D Live, throw him out the box. Do we have no? Cristozilla's not here. Let me throw this guy out the box. Come on, man. How you gonna come in here and start begging? You've never even said hello. Muhimi, whatever. You're out of here, guy. See you later. Delete and mute. Waste. You're out of here. The biggest pump and dump ever. At the top, they'll close the markets and take all the money. Just watch. I mean, that's a possibility. And I'll tell you this. That's why you got to have one in the chamber always. I'm not here trying to sit on stocks because you're right. They could pull the plug, cabbage, and then you're stuck. And you won't be able to dump anything. So make sure you have some capital on hand, something that's actually in your hands, whether it be cash, crypto. Well, you can't put crypto in your hand, but you could put the key in your hand. You know what I mean? Metal, silver. You know what I'm talking about. On that note, I'm out of here. Shout out to KC. She says, I'll pray for any dip, no matter how big or small. There will be a day even these prices will seem good if we are patient. You're probably right. Shout out to Furious Cabbage. Facts. Yeah, you never know when they could hit you up with another scamdemic or another, they could pull the plug. We know we're on shaky ground here. Okay, we're walking on thin ice. Absolutely. That's why I'm not going to hodl these stocks. That's what I've told you guys. So I get in, I do weekly plays. So, I don't get buried, because these things can change in a drop of a dime. They could roll out the Fed coin. I don't know what they could do to us. So you just got to be ready. You got to play every angle and try to be as most prepared as possible. And even with that, you could still get clapped. That's why I had floated the idea the other day. You know, we've been waiting for like a real estate dip, because I would like to buy the dip. I mean, I'm ready. I check out Zillow all the time. I'm ready to go. You know, I want to get some property to add to the bags here. But I floated this idea the other day. I mean, if the USD does really end up being inflated like so many people expect it to, would that affect the price of real estate and not let the price go down? Like maybe it'll just inflate the price of real estate as well. It's an idea, you know, I considered. I don't know, you know. Blessings, champion, all in the chat. I appreciate your time and encouragement. Yah bless through Yeshua. Yeshua. I don't even know how to pronounce it correctly. And you know, I'm sorry. But yeah, Yeshua, as I believe, is the correct way. That's something to consider, guys. I mean, I'm seeing like, you know, even Buffett doesn't know what the value of the cash is. So people are throwing it into gold, into stocks, into crypto, into metals. People don't want to hold on to the cash. You know, they don't know. They see that all this money's been printing up, and you know, they want to put it in other places. And I understand. Actual assets, because, you know, really the cash is a debt. You know, the actual greenbacks are not even owned by you. They're owned by the bank. All right, guys, on that note, I'm out of here. I'm glad that I bought more SD bullion silver coins yesterday. Silver's up 5% today. Excellent. And I'm glad about the metal rise. Vacant land tax deed, champ. I got to check that out. I don't know the actual, all the ins and out of the hustles with the deeds and the taxes, but I know about it, that you could pay for people's tax and put a lien on their house. I get it. Or on their property or whatnot. But can't go up before it fails. Look, the example here is, look at the Venezuelan stock market. They completely devalue the currency. Look what happened to the country. Socialism destroyed everything. But the stocks boomed. And there's so many people that made out of Venezuela with capital. And they fled to the U.S. Cash will rise before the crash, just an opinion. I mean, it kind of did. There for a moment. I'm buying more silver today. I bought silver yesterday. I placed the order in and I wake up this morning. It's up 5%. I was happy about it. Although they might ban precious metals again like they did in 33. Yeah. Yeah, guys, I mean, there's not one strategy that's going to keep you safe. I mean, you know, just life itself is a risk. You never know. I mean, anything can happen, guys. That's what makes, you know, the stakes are high out here, guys. It's real deal out here, you know. They may ban your silver. They're tracking your bits. I mean, you know, the odds are stacked against us. And ultimately, that's why you need the Lord. You know, you could think that the bits are going to save you. You could think that the tax deed's going to save you, or the metals. And, you know, those are all tools that can help you out. But ultimately, if you don't have Jesus, guys, then I don't know what to tell you. I'm buying in hand, says Rafterman. There you go. I placed an order online, and I've done it before with SD Bullion, and it comes through no problem. Everything's fine. But you're right, Cabbage. That's always a possibility. They might buy in precious metals. But here's the thing. Even if they do that, I mean, like, you know, people can hide it. People can bury it. You know, they have to actually physically confiscate everything. And then, you know, if they banned metals in the 30s, but that didn't, what did that do to the price? I mean, did the price of metals crash? No, it didn't render metals worthless. The metal was still worth something. But yeah, we've been on for 50 minutes, so I'm out of here, guys. Stay strong. How are they going to find it? Yeah, how are they going to find it all? That's the thing. That's why, you know, it's unconfiscatable if they can't find it. And the same thing with Bitcoin. If they don't got the keys, I mean, you know, they can't open the safe. There's nothing they could do. They can't take it out. Just like, you know, they can think that you have gold, but if they don't know where it is, or if you don't have it on you, if you don't have it in your possession, then there's nothing to take. You got to actually grab it. You know, as opposed to a Fed coin where they run the entire blockchain system and they can turn everything off. It's like, you know, your debit card now. You act up with the bank. They don't like what happened. They can just turn you off. I know many people are having problems even buying Bitcoin through Coinbase because their bank's acting funny bunny. So I guess the point here is, you know, have different options, different alternatives, different avenues, different ways to draw the currency, because indeed this is like a current charge. All right, guys, I'm out of here. Shout out to Rafterman, Lady Plants, Cackery, and the rest of the boomers. I'm going to go ahead and exercise. Stay strong out there, guys. I'll catch you tomorrow. It's the voice of the blockchain, Satoshi's big cousin, crypto's finest. Champagne, thank you for tuning in.